Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. The text came in at 2:14 a.m. I remember the exact time because I was still awake, staring at the ceiling, counting the slow rhythm of the ceiling fan. My wife Sarah was in the shower again. Third time that night. My phone buzzed on the nightstand. Unknown number. You might want to check what your wife's been planning. Especially the part where she walks away with $2.6 million. First I thought it was spam. Some sick joke. But there was a photo attached. A screenshot. Sarah's name. A lawyer's email. Numbers clean, deliberate. Impossible to misunderstand. $2,600,000. Projected settlement claim. My chest tightened like something had physically gripped it. I didn't move. Not at first. Then I heard the shower turn off. Sarah stepped out in her robe, hair damp, the scent of her shampoo filling the room. Coconut and something floral. Familiar. Safe. Or at least it used to be. You're still up? She asked casually, drying her hair with a towel. Yeah, I said, forcing my voice to stay level. Just couldn't sleep. She smiled soft, practiced. You've been stressed lately. I almost laughed. Instead, I locked my phone and set it face down. Because in that moment, I wasn't ready to confront her. Not yet. Looking back, the signs had been there. They always are. Late-night work calls that ended in hushed tones. Her phone always flipped screen down when I walked in. Password changed. Something she'd never bothered with in 10 years of marriage. And the distance. That quiet, creeping distance. She used to sit close to me on the couch, her feet tucked under my leg. Lately, she stayed on the opposite side, scrolling endlessly, smiling at things she wouldn't show me. I told myself it was stress. We had money tied up in investments. Property deals. My business was doing well, better than ever, actually. Maybe she was overwhelmed. Maybe I was neglecting her. That's the thing about love. It makes you doubt yourself before you doubt the person who's breaking you. The next morning, I did something I never thought I would. I checked her phone. She was in the kitchen making coffee, humming softly like everything was normal. Her phone was on the nightstand, unlocked. And I hated how easy it was. There were emails. Dozens of them. Her lawyer. A man named Daniel Reeves. Detailed discussions about asset division. Strategies. Timelines. Words like concealment. Leverage. Maximize claim. And then one message that made my stomach drop. Once he signs, you'll walk away with approximately $2.6 million. We just need to ensure he doesn't anticipate the filing. He. Not my name. Not her husband. Just him. I didn't confront her that day. Or the next. Instead, I watched. I noticed how she'd step out to take calls, her voice dropping into a careful whisper. How she'd smile at me during dinner like nothing had changed. Like she wasn't quietly planning to dismantle my life. And the worst part? I still loved her. Even then. Even with the evidence sitting heavy in my chest. The turning point came a week later. She sat across from me at dinner, twirling pasta around her fork, and said almost casually, "We should talk about our finances." My heart didn't race. It didn't break. It just settled. Because now I knew. "Sure," I said. "What about them?" "I've been thinking," she continued, avoiding my eyes. "It might be smart to reorganize things. Protect ourselves. In case anything happens." "In case what happens?" She hesitated. And for a second I saw it, the flicker of guilt. Of doubt. But it passed. "We just need to be prepared," she said. Prepared. For a divorce she hadn't even told me about. That night I made my move. Quietly. Legally. I met with my own lawyer the next morning. A woman named Claire who didn't sugarcoat anything. "She's planning to take you for everything she can," Claire said after reviewing the emails. "But she's made a critical mistake." "What's that?" "She assumed you wouldn't find out. The process was clinical. We secured my assets. Documented everything. Built a case. Not out of revenge but out of necessity. I didn't want to destroy her. But I wasn't going to let her destroy me. The confrontation came 2 weeks later. She walked into the living room and found me sitting there, papers spread across the table. My lawyer's number on speed dial. Her face changed instantly. "What's this?" she asked, her voice already tightening. I looked at her, really looked at her. At the woman I had built a life with. The woman I thought I knew. I know about the $2.6 million, I said quietly. Silence. Then denial. Fast, shaky. I don't know what you're talking about. I slid the printed emails across the table. Her hands trembled as she read them. And then she sat down. The fight drained out of her like air from a punctured tire. I was scared, she whispered. Of what? Of being left with nothing, she said, tears forming. You handle everything. The business, the investments. I didn't know where I stood. So you plan to take everything instead? I didn't. She stopped, swallowing hard. I didn't think you'd ever find out. That hurt more than anything else. The divorce was quiet. No shouting. No courtroom drama. Just signatures. And consequences. In the end, the court saw everything, the emails, the intent, the deception. Her claim collapsed. The $2.6 million she thought she'd secure? It vanished. She walked away with $2,100. Fraction. Technicality. Enough to say she got something, but not enough to justify what she'd done. The last time I saw her, she stood in the doorway of what used to be our home. I never wanted it to end like this, she said. I believed her. That was the tragedy. Neither did I replied. And for a moment there was something there again. A ghost of what we used to be. But ghosts don't build futures. I hope you find what you were looking for, I said. She nodded, tears slipping down her cheeks. You too. After she left, the house felt different. Quieter. Not empty. Just honest. And for the first time in months I slept through the night. No ceiling fan counting. No unanswered questions. Just silence. And the slow, steady realization that sometimes the hardest endings are the ones that give you your life back.